All right, let's take a look at my 2024 demo reel. This demo reel is a lot more refined than my 2020 version, and it offers a lot more as well in terms of what I'm looking for as a filmmaker and what my clients are going to be seeing in terms of my skill level in those specific fields. So when you make a demo reel, there's no right way or wrong way to do it. There's only the basic guidelines, right? There's sticking to a niche, providing the best skill set and choosing your best shots, and then the output and how long your client is going to retain view of your demo reel. Is it going to be something that they want to continue watching? Is it going to be something that it may overwhelm them or might be too slow? I like to stick by those guidelines when I'm producing work that I'm using to pitch new clients. The new edit is the outcome of the first edit. So I thought this edit was great, but I put a pretty little thing in there. I put in some content that I wasn't necessarily gonna be using. Okay, this is also one of my absolute favorite shots right here. Let me just show you this real quick. This is on the Inspire 2. Wow, major. From the top, there's so much going on. If you can see just the absolute magnitude of some of the effects that I was using, and it's a lot more refined than my 2020 version. Take a look at that versus this.
It off as a week, but make it Adidas.
And there it is. There you have it. Branded with Joseph Pierce at the end. I'm going to get into branding in just a moment. But that is my 2024 demo reel. A lot of the shots are clean, cut through. There's no misrepresentation. Maybe if you're into effects, which I was in 2020, I was adding a lot more effects. I was doing a lot of different things to my clips, but now I'm more about the cinematography aspect of it. I was able to put in a lot more of what I was looking to do in the automotive space. Let's look at some of the shots, shall we? So breaking down this video, we start with a little bit of lifestyle. I throw my name in the bottom just so clients know that it's mine. And right away we go from lifestyle, beautiful beach morning shot for a hotel, into cars. Back into some lifestyle, back into cars. And this is an entire production I worked on. I'm very excited to break down this specific video with you guys. A little bit of lifestyle, hotel, and branding. This is a video I shot out in California with an entire team. Really excited to show you guys that video and the entire breakdown and vlog of what we were able to achieve out in California with 6 incredible people. We had me directing and shooting, Frankie, who was also doing a bit of co-directing and filming, Lewis, master pilot, Jonathan and Alex were our grip and gaffer, and then we had Kostas, who was doing a lot of the behind the scenes and working with the client to film him. In-car shots, a lot of cool moments here. This was used, I took some inspiration from another filmmaker online, was able to produce this shot with apple juice, threw some After Effects into it, kind of brought a little bit of lightning and blue texture to make it look like fuel. And then I worked with a designer on this, and he made this in Blender. This was actually shot with the Sony FX6, and I actually, believe it or not, did not shoot this in log. I mistakenly forgot to. The camera was set to, native when I was working with a client from the previous day who wanted exports that same minute. and I didn't reset the camera log, so that's straight out of camera. And this just really paired well with this shot of the exhaust, who I also had a designer make. And it's really fast. I know it might be a little bit overdone and a little bit oversaturated, but it does look really good. It was built right. It wasn't a cheap thing to do. Did I get back and forth with the designer a bit on this exhaust tip? Yeah, I did, because I wasn't a huge fan of the way that it came out, but there's a little bit of heat wave in there, and when you play it back really fast, it looks okay. Doesn't look like my 2020 Lamborghini exhaust After Effects moment, but Cayocho right here in Little Havana, Miami with Red Bull. Some additional shots with basketball Red Bull. I edited this in 24 hours. Actually, the client came into the room, was like, hey, we need that video right now. And I made the edit before him. Had it ready the next morning, which was a really cool thing to do. Working with a racing team out in Colorado. This shot actually was a one take. You can tell right here by the footsteps. There's no footsteps here. I had one chance. They're in racing boots. It's ice cold. This is actually a drag strip right here. When it's that cold out, the oil and the slush and the snow, they all rise a bit to the surface, make it nearly impossible to walk in racing boots that have no grip on the bottom of them. So that was really cool that I was able to have them do that. Really proud of this shot. I think it's such an awesome piece. Look at that. Really, really cool. Crossing behind the pole. This is shot at 50 millimeter on the Inspire 2. Mounted a Komodo to the side of a Ferrari 48. Or no, 458. This is a 458. Mounted it to the side. I mean, that's beautiful. That is such a beautiful shot. I mean, I don't know. Look at that. Really incredible to be able to work on these type of productions and these type of scenes with these clients in automotive filmmaking. I also threw a little bit of St. John in there because when I was working with him in Revolt at Rolling Loud, I just thought it was a really great shoot, and the shots came out pretty sick. This is a GoPro mounted on the back of a helicopter. They already had the mount for the chopper stuck on there, but it was just the GoPro piece that you slip in. It was a sticky mount onto the rear of this helicopter, and I'm standing on the helipad. Blades are spinning, everything's going on. I'm thinking, holy shit, there's no safety on this GoPro. But the pilot was like, everything will be okay. The co-pilot came out. He's like, just stick it on there. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. The chopper's loud. Just stick it in there and get out. But that was it. He got in the chopper and left after I hit record on the GoPro. And I'm like, dude, with all those vibrations, is that GoPro sticky mount really going to hold on to the little rear wing? Yeah, it did. It came back in one piece. Here's the footage. Look at that thing. It's just bouncing back there. Crazy. I think that's so nuts. This is a red Scarlet Dragon 5K mounted on the back of a black arm stabilizer system, I believe. Yes, mounted on the back of a rail system setup during a production that we did. And had all the BMWs chasing us. Came out really sick. Shot a flat pass of it, exported it because most of the red footage straight out of camera was so much footage. It was so much. I just exported a flat pass of the final product in 422 and threw it in here. We'll have it graded properly. This actually is super old footage, and I love the grade on it that I was able to achieve. Marla Faye, eyes came out stunning. A really cool thing to be able to work on. Another beautiful shot. I showed you guys that earlier. Yeah, I mean, this was sick. Don Tolliver and Doja Cat. So I did throw a bit of entertainment in there as well because it's still a huge part of what I do. But taking a look at the 2020 version versus the 2024, there's a lot more entertainment. There's bottle service from nightclubs. Let me just throw a mute on that. Tiesto in there. A lot of models in nightclubs. Some Halloween parties and walkways. This was when I shot Fashion Swim Week. I shot Swim Week at the W Hotel in 2019. We did a little recap video of that. Came out sick. A long time ago. Here's the Fat Jewish. With a lot of effects on these videos that was happening. So, oh, I forgot it's on top. I just overlaid all the exports. I mean, Snoop Dogg and Rez at Forbidden Kingdom Music Festival, massive. The crowd's massive. But the edit is completely different than 2024 and what I was doing. So my really cool way to see how my 2024 version is so much more refined and a lot more put together in the way that I want it to be done. A lot of these clips were worked on in production style. So this was created by somebody else that I had commissioned. I was flying this one solo. This was from my client. But, you know, Alex and Jonathan had done all the grip work to make this shot possible. That is my 2024 demo reel. I'm really proud of it. I'm looking forward to talking a lot more about each of the productions that I was able to work on in my following videos. Like, subscribe. Let's do this more often. I'm very excited to be working on this channel and get everything off the ground because it's about time. We have so many great things to talk about. See you guys in the next one.